guys, welcome back to my channel. It feels so good to be sitting here and filming a video for the first time in nearly a month. In case you didn't realise, I have been away on holiday. We went to America. We went to Austin, Dallas and then Miami and had the most amazing time. It was just so good to have a little break away. It was just good to chill. Louis really needed a break because he'd been working so hard at the bungalow, renovating the bungalow in case you didn't know. And so yeah, it was just really blooming lovely. So today I'm back with a new video and it is a favourites video. And I was going to say like a monthly favourites, but it's more like kind of like, we'll probably call it an April favourites, but it will be more like favourites of the past couple of months or so. Just things that I have been really loving recently and that I thought I would share with you guys. There's a few fashion favourites, a few beauty favourites and a few miscellaneous. Sorry, I'm looking down here because they're just scattered on the table in front of me. So I will get going with the first favourite. Okay, so I'm going to start off with brows because I've had quite a few messages on Instagram recently asking me what I've been using on my brows. And I have been trying something new. Well, I say new, I actually discovered this probably a couple of months ago now. And the first time I used it, I knew it was a game changer. Honestly, it is the best thing I have ever used on my eyebrows. It's by Diego Della Palma and it is a brow cream, sort of cream slash like pomade. If I just sort of show you, it's kind of like, yeah, a brow cream, very pigmented. You just need a tiny little bit. What I usually do is use one of these thin brushes that I think I got with like a Benefit brow kit or something, but just a really thin angled brush, and then I get like a little bit and then dab the excess off in the lid, which is why my lid looks so grubby. And then yeah, just a tiny bit, a little bit goes a really long way, and it's just brilliant. It lasts all day, it doesn't smudge or budge. I wore it when I was on holiday and it was really sort of hot and clammy, and yeah, they stayed perfectly intact. So really been loving this, definitely recommend it. Okay, next up is a fashion item that I have been loving and that I wore almost every day on holiday, and it is this rust sort of silky headband from Topshop. I'm going to put it on now, even though it doesn't really work when I've got my hair down. I think it looks a lot better when I've got it up in like a little top knot with some little bits coming down. That's how I wore it quite a lot on holiday. I'll try and pop some pictures in, but I just love this style of headband. I could put it on when I had my hair completely back and just push it off my face, and it kept me cool round by the pool. As you can see, well, I don't know if you can tell, it does look a little bit battered because I wore it so much in Miami. So there's got a few like little kind of snags in it, but I just love the colour of it and I just love the style of it. I just think they look really cool. Like if you've got like an all black outfit and then you pop this little headband on, it kind of just adds a little bit of something to an outfit. So I have been loving this. Next up is a foundation, and I feel like I might be a little bit late to the party with this one. I have heard people talking about this for years and never really thought anything of it. And then I tried it out towards the end of last year, I'd say, and I just loved it. It is the first foundation that has ever managed to stay on my skin all day. For some reason my skin just like expels foundation, and it's the first foundation that's actually stayed put all day. I always thought it'd be really matte and cakey and kind of just too heavy for me, but it's definitely not. If you apply it with like a big buffer brush and just like use a little bit and really buff it in, you can still make it look really natural, but it still lasts all day. I would say though that if you've got dry skin or kind of like a combination skin like me, then do apply like a really good moisturiser underneath. Make sure you've got something good and sort of like thirst quenching, just something very hydrating to put on underneath it. Otherwise, if you put it straight onto dry skin without any moisturiser on, it can get really kind of cakey. But yeah, if your skin's prepped really well, this is amazing. And I also wore it while I was away in Miami and kind of used a little bit and buffed it in and bronzed it up, and it still managed to look really like dewy. And yeah, I love it. I just love it. I think it's such a good foundation. Okay, next up is a bit of a random one, but it's something that I have been loving recently whilst we were away on holiday and whilst we've been renovating the bungalow, and it is Audible. And I first discovered Audible about 3 years ago when we were renovating our first house. And I remember the first time I listened to an audiobook, I was literally like, my mind was blown. I was like, how is this so amazing? I can have someone telling me a story in my ears whilst I'm doing housework or like painting a wall when we're renovating the house. And I just loved it. I'd get so engrossed. I think at the time I was listening to The Girl on the Train, and I remember kind of like painting the kitchen at the time, and I'd have my headphones in and I'd just be like, I'd be painting the wall with my roller, and then I'd just stop and think, I'd be so engrossed I couldn't even, like, you know, when you stop mid paragraph, I guess, because I was so into the story. And like if Lou walked in on me and like made me jump, I'd be like, babe, like, because I'd be so in the zone. And yeah, I loved it, absolutely loved it. And then recently when we went on holiday, I downloaded another audiobook. I've started listening to The Rumour. I'm only like a couple of chapters in, but I'm really enjoying it so far. And it's another sort of thriller kind of book. But yeah, honestly, whilst renovating the house, whilst painting, or whilst doing housework, or even while you're driving, it is so lovely to listen to an audiobook. If you've never listened to one before, I guarantee you will love it. And I've actually teamed up with Audible for this video to offer you guys your first audiobook for free, plus 2 Audible originals. All you need to do is go to www.audible.com/MODELMOUTH, or if you're in the US, then text MODELMOUTH to 500 500. I will leave those details in the description box below. So like I said, you get 1 free audiobook of any description, and Audible has an unmatched selection of books. So there will literally be something for everyone. And then you also get 2 Audible originals, which are exclusive audio titles created by celebrated storytellers from journalism, theatre, literature. So yeah, have a little look, and hopefully there will be something for everyone. And obviously there are loads of different categories of audiobooks, and one of them that I was looking at the other day is health and personal development. And there's loads of like self-help books, or kind of more like motivational books to kind of make you like a better version of yourself, or you know, like The Secret and The Power. And I want to try out one of those. I think I might listen to The Secret next. That's on my wish list. Just because I feel like that's the sort of book that would be good to keep you motivated when you're sort of around the house, and just, yeah, I don't know. I've heard loads of good things about The Secret, so let me know if you've read it and if it's any good. So as I mentioned, if you do want to try the free trial, just go to www.audible.com/MODELMOUTH, or in the US, text MODELMOUTH to 500 500. Okay, next up is another fashion favourite, and I treated myself to this as an early birthday present. Before we went away to America, I just spotted it online and fell in love with it. I ummed and ahed whether to get the black or the bigger version, or there was a few that I was unsure about, but I settled on this one, and I'm so glad that I did. It has been the perfect bag for me. I wore it so much when I was away in America. When I was in Dallas, I went to kind of like a conference with Reward Style, and there was so many influencers there, so many girls that looked amazing, and I had so many compliments on my little Chloe bag. So many people loved it, and yeah, I love it so much. It's the perfect colour, it's the perfect size, it fits everything in there that I need to take out with me. The gold hardware is lovely, the strap is like the perfect length and nice and comfortable to wear over your shoulder. Yeah, it's just a really, really lovely little bag, and I have been loving it, and I've got a lot of wear out of it already. So I will leave it linked below. If there are still any discount codes available for this, then I'll pop them in the description box, because I did get 15% off this when I bought it. So yeah, if you do like this little Chloe bag, then I will leave it in the description box, but she's so pretty and I've enjoyed using her the past few weeks. So yeah, that is my next favourite. Okay, next up is a fragrance favourite. It's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? A fragrance favourite. And it's Jo Malone Myrrh and Tonka. and this has got to be one of the most beautiful fragrances I have ever tried. Now this is just a real little mini sample. I actually got it in like a goodie bag after a Jo Malone event I went to ages ago. I think it was like the beginning of last year, and I loved it when I first smelled it, and then I think I must have put it to one side and forgotten about it, and I found it again a couple of months ago. Well, it's pretty much all gone. There's like a little dribble at the bottom because it is the most beautiful scent I think I've ever smelled. Honestly, I love this. If you're going past a Jo Malone, then give this a smell because it is a cologne intense, so it's one of their kind of more intense fragrances. So you literally just need 1 or 2 sprays and it lasts all day. I get so many compliments when I wear this. It's lasted really well considering it's just like a mini little kind of, I think it's 10 mil. So it's just a mini, but I have used this loads and love it. So I will definitely be purchasing the full size of this because it is just, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Do give it a go. Another random one, but if you like peanut butter and you like caramel, then you have to try these from Marks and Spencer's. They are chocolate coated peanut butter and caramel chunks, and they're just divine. I don't really need to elaborate too much on them. I ate the whole bag in probably 10 minutes, maybe 15. They're really good. They're really, really good. I'm pretty sure I got this next product sent to me in a glossy box a few months ago, and it is a Feather and Down Sweet Dreams pillow spray. And I sort of spritzed it on my pillow. Well, actually, I think I sprayed it about 8 times, and then I put my head down on the pillow and like my pillow was all wet. So I went a little bit OTT on it. But since then I've realised you just need a couple of sprays, and honestly it smells divine. It says it's got calming lavender and caramel essential oils, and all you need to do is spritz it a couple of times on your pillow, and it's just a really relaxing smell. Don't get me wrong, I don't know if it really sort of makes you sleep better. I have been sleeping very well recently, but I don't know if that's just the aftermath of the jet lag from America. But yeah, I've been loving this. It's just a really lovely kind of relaxing thing to do before bed. Just as you're sort of settling down to go to sleep, I sort of reach over, a couple of spritz, and then I'm away with the fairies. So yeah, love that. Another beauty product that I have been loving is this liquid highlighter from ASOS. And I didn't even know ASOS did makeup until a couple of months ago when I was at an event of theirs, and they had different bits sort of out on display. And I tried out this liquid highlighter and loved it. And I ended up taking it away with me on holiday. I took it to Miami and I used it every evening. I'd put it like over my shoulders and just on my kind of collarbones across here. And then I'd also like dab a little bit up on my cheekbones as well. And it's just a really lovely consistency. It's not glittery. It's not kind of got big chunks of glitter. It's very sort of smooth and shimmery. It glides on really nice. I was so impressed with kind of like the consistency of it. Considering it's ASOS, I didn't really expect them to be able to do nice makeup. But it's lovely. It's a really, really lovely highlighter. It's just, yeah, really nice, especially for the summer. I mean, don't get me wrong, as we come into winter, I wouldn't use something like this. It's definitely too dark. But for holidays or for summer evenings, it's a really, really lovely highlighter. Another fashion favourite that I have been loving is my All Saints black leather jacket. And I bought this at the end of last year, and I didn't get too much wear out of it kind of in December, January, because it's a little bit too nippy for a leather jacket. But the past couple of months I have been wearing it loads, and it is just such a beautiful leather jacket. Don't get me wrong, it is slightly more expensive than your kind of high street leather jacket. All Saints are a little bit more expensive, but you definitely get what you pay for with this one. I have not regretted this purchase at all. The leather is just so beautiful and soft and supple, and it's a really comfortable jacket. It goes over the top of a lot of outfits really well, because despite it having a little bit of silver hardware, it's not like shiny silver. It's kind of quite matte and quite inconspicuous. So I wear a lot of gold jewellery as well, and kind of works with both gold and silver, I think. Yeah, Beautiful jacket, been wearing it loads, and I think I will wear it a lot throughout spring, even in the summer, over the top of like little white dresses with black ankle boots. I love that look, kind of giving that sort of masculine touch to a girly white dress. Okay, next up are a couple of mini items that I was given at the Reward Style conference while I was in Dallas. And the first one is a Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. And when I first tried this, I was using like a little eyeshadow brush, and I just got like a little bit to put under my eyes to sort of set my makeup. And I thought I'd used a wet brush, because as I put it under my eyes, I could feel it was a little bit damp, and I was thinking, oh bum, I've used a wet brush, that's annoying. But it's because I hadn't actually read what it was, and it turns out that this is actually like a Hydra Mist, so it's got moisture in it, so it feels like it's wet when it goes on, but it is a setting powder. So at first I thought, oh, that's not gonna work, it's gonna like smudge my makeup and mess it up. But it is brilliant. It is such a good setting powder. I just put a little bit under my eyes and a little bit around my nose and a little bit on my chin when I was going out that evening. And I used like a little brush, like a Zoeva one, just to kind of keep it quite a small amount, because I don't like too much powder. And it set my makeup so well, and it didn't budge. Don't get me wrong, double wear doesn't budge anyway, but this really sort of finished it off and gave a really nice finish. I'm usually so adverse to cakey powders, but loved this. And the other mini that I got is a Tarte mascara, and I'm not entirely sure what it's called because the label's rubbed off. I've used it pretty much every day since I got it as well. The brush is just a plain sort of bristly brush, which I love. I don't really like a plasticky brush too much. And I've got it on today, and it is an amazing mascara, and I love my Max Factor 2000 calorie mascara. I use that all the time, but this is so good. I think it's a close runner. Thickening, lengthening, goes on really nicely, stays on nicely, doesn't crumble, doesn't fall off. Yeah, really, really good. Okay, and last but not least is another bag, and you may be thinking that I've purchased a second Chloe bag, but no, this is just a dupe, but a very beautiful dupe, isn't it? And I actually got this for my birthday from my sister, but I think it's because I was shopping with my mum and I spotted it and I sort of said how much I liked it, so I think she might have passed the message on, but I just spotted it and loved it. I love the strap. I just think that's such a cool style for sort of spring summer. It's a lovely little size. It's very similar to the Chloe Tess, and it's just got this little gold ring that you pull up with a gold popper underneath it. It's got a decent amount of size inside. You've got your sort of side pocket there, and then a pocket there for your phone. So yeah, it's just a great bag, and since I've got it, I've only had it for literally a week, but I've been wearing it a lot already, and I just know that I am going to wear it a lot over spring summer. I think it would look lovely with all black, but I also think it would look lovely with little white dresses in the summer as well. And the gold hardware is lovely as well. It's kind of like a brushed gold. It's just really nice. I love it. And it was under £30 as well, so that is a definite favourite of mine. Okay, so that's everything for my favourites video and the things that I have been absolutely loving recently. If you did enjoy it, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. And if you've got any questions at all, then just leave a comment and I will make sure I get back to everyone. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Goodbye!